Rapazes, meninas, sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um vlog. Hoje não é propriamente um vlog, o vídeo de hoje é bastante diferente, acho que nunca filmei nada deste género. Possivelmente alguns de vocês nem sequer vão gostar propriamente deste vídeo. Vou considerar que não é um vídeo para todo o tipo de pessoas. Neste vídeo não há propriamente muita ação, é um vídeo mais sit-down. Eu sei que tivemos alguns dias sem publicar vídeos, desde que voltámos desse evento. Um dos motivos foi termos que legendar este vídeo inteiro, porque neste vídeo vou estar a falar com alguns empresários que conhecemos e eles não falam português. De qualquer maneira, estou a fazer este pequeno segmento antes de entrarmos no vídeo, porque quero mesmo que vocês deixem o vosso comentário se gostaram disto, querem que eu faça mais coisas deste género quando tiver com pessoas deste género. Eu tenho alguns amigos espalhados pelo mundo que têm coisas para vos passar, informação para vos passar, coisas até para vos ensinar. E se vocês retirarem algum tipo de valor deste vídeo, quero mesmo que sejam sinceros nos comentários e que comentem aquilo que vos vai na alma depois de terem visto o vídeo. Aconselho a ver o vídeo até ao final, acho que vai ser bastante interessante. Eu acabei de o ver agora, gostei bastante do que vi. Neste vídeo começamos por entrevistar alguns dos meus amigos e fazemos-lo 3 ou 4 vezes ao longo do vídeo até termos a entrevista final. Para mim, tem imenso valor, bocado, e acho que vocês vão gostar. Mas é isto, não é o nosso vlog clássico de todo, é um vídeo completamente fora e é mais até no âmbito motivacional para que vocês percebam que tudo na vida é possível. Vamos ao vídeo, espero que gostem. He records me like this sometimes. When we're walking, he literally does this.
Really?
Yeah, I love this format. Okay, Tash, mic on. Yeah? I'm going to speak Portuguese, then
Yes, okay.
English.
You can introduce.
Okay. Portanto, eu estou aqui a andar, hoje vai ser o último dia desta experiência que eu tive. E eu estou aqui com 2 amigos que fiz nesta viagem. Nós conhecemos cerca de 100 pessoas aqui, que é o número de pessoas que estão neste evento comigo. Conhecemos praticamente toda a gente, experiência incrível. E agora estou aqui com 2 pessoas que eu conheci, um da Alemanha, um da França. Este amigo é o Patrick, ele tem 20 anos. Há 6 meses ele trabalhava num restaurante e eu vou falar um bocadinho inglês com eles, que eles não estão a perceber nada do que eu estou a dizer, só para vos mostrar o que é possível fazer com esta idade. So Patrick, I was just telling my followers, you're 20 years old, 6 months ago you were in a restaurant working?
Actually in Switzerland, yeah.
In Switzerland,
Right,
not
yeah.
even Germany?
No, bro.
Okay, so nowadays what do you do if you want to share it?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I do now affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing, yeah.
So it's quite cool. It's like nobody knows me, so...
Yeah, the thing is, like, para vocês, nenhum destes rapazes é conhecido, eles têm 20 anos, literalmente aprenderam tudo na internet, estão a faturar mesmo pesado. Eu vou-te perguntar quanto é que ele está a faturar por mim. So how much are you making, like, per month with affiliate marketing?
So I do passively, so between 15 and 20k.
15, 20.
15,000 to 20,000
20,
euros.
around that.
So about $25,000.
Which is amazing, bro. You're like 20 years old. That's
yeah,
crazy.
It's a good
if
journey.
if you think about it, you
Yeah,
know?
absolutely.
'Cause,
But
like, for the Portuguese reality, 15 to 20,000 a month is crazy money.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Appreciate
crazy
it.
money.
Yeah,
Really,
it's
man. So congratulations.
very grateful. Thank you, bro.
Congratulations,
Appreciate it.
bro. Really. My brother, how about you?
Hmm?
This is Lucas. He's from France. He's 23, I believe.
Maybe 28.
Oh, you're 28.
28,
Shit.
I'm
Okay,
older.
sorry. I thought you were
Older.
23. Yeah, shit. And what do you do, bro? Do you want to share?
I do some crypto investing, and I got a big page on social media as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much are you like making on average?
On average, it's around 50k, but
50?
This month is going to be more around 80k.
80k.
Yeah.
Literally crypto investing.
Yeah, to investing.
Of course, crypto is really volatile, so there's months that you probably don't.
Yeah. No, most of the time it's 50 because I got some revenue coming from advice, courses,
I see.
programs, and everything.
Okay.
But the 80k part this month is more trading based, investing based.
Investing based. Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice, bro. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
it's
Thank you
a
so much,
pleasure.
Lucas, for sharing. Because like I just want to show people like what's possible to make. This is literally everyone here is making money.
Yeah, everyone
on the
here
internet
is making money.
from all over the world. It's not even like you're from France, he's from Germany, I'm from Portugal. There's some guys here from Switzerland, some guys here from Dubai, some guys here from America, and everyone's making real bank. And
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to show my fans out there that it's possible, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Diego.
bro.
Thank you. Portanto, como eu vos estava a dizer, esta experiência está a chegar ao fim. Fiz aqui amigos para provavelmente os próximos anos, se não a vida toda, que é brutal, é a melhor parte deste tipo de eventos. Já tive em alguns eventos deste género, mas eu nunca tive em nenhum que reunisse tantas pessoas bem-sucedidas. Nunca mesmo que acrescentassem tanto valor. Nós estamos aqui basicamente a trocar ideias o dia inteiro, para além das palestras. Isto é literalmente 1 hora a trocar ideias, 2 ou 3 horas de palestra, 1 hora a trocar ideias, 2, 3 horas de palestra e assim sucessivamente todos os dias. Está a ser uma experiência incrível. O preço para estar aqui é high ticket mesmo. Então basicamente nós já sabemos que toda a gente está aqui é extremamente bem-sucedida. Estes rapazes que eu vos apresentei são 2 amigos que eu fiz aqui. Eles são bastante novos. Temos aqui pessoas que estão numa situação ainda mais inacreditável. Temos aqui pessoal com 19, 20 anos que estão a faturar 3, 4 milhões mês, com lojas de e-commerce, na sua maioria, a maioria do pessoal que está aqui vem de e-commerce. E estou a aprender bastante, até com o pessoal mais novo que eu. Aliás, daqui a bocado vou-vos apresentar 2 amigos meus também que eu fiz aqui, que são das pessoas com quem mais me conectei. Eles são dos Estados Unidos, um tem 23, o outro 24 anos, e eles faturam em cada uma das lojas deles 3 milhões e meio em média. E atenção, as pessoas que eu vos estou a falar são pessoas que me mostraram resultados, não são pessoas que estão só a dizer porque sim, podem estar a inventar, obviamente, mas estes por acaso ganhei mesmo a confiança deles e eles a minha, e partilhámos mesmo números, valores e experiências, e eu mais daqui a bocado vou-vos apresentar estes 2 rapazes. São uma inspiração enorme, eles vão têm uma loja, eles têm tipo 7 ou 8, todas elas faturam milhões por mês. Crazy. Mas na verdade, depois disto, vem comigo para Portugal, porque nós ficámos mesmo bons amigos aqui. E eu vou-lhes mostrar Portugal, o que vai ser interessante, porque eles são de Miami e do nada vão para Portugal, nunca lá tiveram. Vai ser uma experiência interessante. Nos próximos vlogs eles se calhar até vão aparecer. Vamos agora à piscina um bocado, piscina infinita. Até porque este está a ser o primeiro dia, estamos a ter para relaxar um bocado, agora durante a tarde. Sim, que eu estou a ter, o Rafa está aqui mesmo de férias. O Rafa diz que já fez um vlog, eu nem sequer vi o que é que ele filmou aqui ou não. Mas eu tenho estado em palestras todos os dias, hoje como é o último dia temos a tarde só para relaxar um bocado. Foram dias super intensos, com demasiada informação para se processar em 1 ou 2 dias. Portanto eu vou ter agora a próxima semana inteira para assimilar realmente o que é que nós tivemos aqui a aprender, a estudar. Eu preenchi um caderno inteiro, dá quase um livro, o que eu escrevi aqui, portanto eu vou ter que assimilar tudo outra vez, reler, estruturar melhor aquilo que eu escrevi, obviamente. Bem, vamos agora relaxar um bocado nesta piscina linda. Está na altura de vos falar sobre a Solverde, como sabem é o maior casino licenciado em Portugal, onde vocês têm com o código Windoh o dobro do vosso primeiro depósito até 100 euros, mais 25 simões grátis, mais 30 euros grátis por cada 10 euros apostados em apostas desportivas, aproveitem a oferta. Para além disso, o Solverde está com novas slots da Evo Play, são slots incríveis que vocês podem testar a partir de agora, acabaram de chegar ao Solverde, slots novas, link vai estar no comentário afixado para vocês usarem o código Windoh, não se esqueçam de usar o código Windoh para o dobro do vosso primeiro depósito. Joguem com responsabilidade, vamos continuar com o vídeo. Estou aqui agora com um rapaz que começou também no YouTube há relativamente pouco tempo, ele já está com tipo 50 mil subscritores. O nicho dele é mais empreendedorismo, não é propriamente lifestyle como nós fazemos, é uma coisa bastante diferente, mas mesmo assim, com uma audiência tão pequena, porque estamos a falar de 50 mil seguidores num mercado que é inglês, não é um mercado português. Em Portugal 50 mil seguidores seria absurdo, mas lá fora nem tanto. Mesmo assim ele tem uma história incrível para nos contar. Eu vou-lhe perguntar como é que ele começou, onde é que está a faturar, as perguntas que interessam. So Champ, nice to meet you bro. I met Champ here in Capital Club.
Yes.
Such a nice experience.
It's been amazing.
Really?
I mean, look around, dude. It's beautiful.
Bro, such a beautiful place. Like, I'll have memories for sure for so many years to come.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
also the network we've done here.
Yeah, it's incredible. I've met you and 15, 20 other people that I will stay in contact with and hopefully make a lot of money with in the future as well.
Priceless,
so,
right, bro?
Yeah, priceless. Priceless.
So I want to know like how you started, because you're really niched. Like you don't really have this massive audience, but you managed to do pretty well, as you told me. So like how you started and what's going on right now?
Yeah, so whenever I started, I was very niched, right? I just started making videos, trading crypto and trading NFTs, crypto adjacent markets in early 2022 because I saw a big growth of that audience and it was a skill that I already had from trading those markets personally for years. And it was the right decision at the right time. The audience began to grow really quickly, and actually around 3 weeks after I first started making YouTube videos, I launched my business.
How long was this though? Like 2 years ago? 3 years?
About a year and a half.
A year and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you might.
Right.
Yeah.
So I launched my first business at that point called Champs Only. It's a trading group because people were in my replies every single day. When are you going to launch a group? When are you going to launch a group? So I launched a group. I sold 1 year of access up front. We did 1,444 year-long passes for around $700 US. It sold them out in about 30 minutes. So I went from working a job that was paying me $60,000 a year doing software sales to generating close to $1 million in about 30 minutes time.
Crazy, bro.
So
that's crazy.
My life changed really drastically at that moment.
With such a niche audience, like you could make $1 million in 30 minutes.
Yeah. What's very funny is, you know, personal brand has grown a lot since then, but at that time I had like 20,000 followers on Twitter, right? And only like 20,000 subs on YouTube. So it was not a big audience, right? But it's not always about audience.
Even so, it's not always about like the size of your audience.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's about the economic part they have, about the niche that you got. No?
Exactly, and it's exactly what I was going to say. Is like it's not always about the size of the audience. It's about the speed, the momentum, the interest in what you're doing, and nailing the timing on it, which we happen to do at that time.
That's perfect, bro.
Yeah,
lovely
bro.
to hear, man.
Yeah, appreciate you having me, bro.
I'll actually shout you out, like for the guys who understand English, for my audience that understands English. Champ has one of the best podcasts I've ever seen with a guy called Luke Belmar, which is actually the guy who organized this. And I met Champ through this video specifically. So if you enjoy podcasts with really nice people and really interesting people, especially because Champ just interviewed one of the most interesting guys I've ever met.
It's gonna be an unbelievable video. Bro.
Unbelievable
Crazy.
video for sure. So I'm gonna leave his link in the description and you can check it out.
Thank you very much, bro.
No worries,
hey, thanks
bro.
for having me, G.
Nah, bro, no worries.
Amazing people here at Capital Club.
Yeah, man.
My rain officially started. I'm working so I never see a drought again. I lost what motivated me for a minute through inner turmoil, but I found the list. Haven't let my soul speak in a second. Ooh, that sound was missed. The naysayers God to me, who allowed them in? How was I backtracking and doubting this? Back and forth between I know I'm a...
Portanto, está de noite, o último dia está a chegar ao fim, aqui neste evento. Eu sei que não filmei muito, quero pedir desde já desculpa, mas eu realmente estive inteiramente focado na informação que estava a receber aqui. Acho que já perceberam, acho que já repeti isto algumas vezes. Portanto, não nos vamos alongar mais nesse tópico, os vídeos vão voltar agora ao normal. Mas o que é que acontece? Como eu vos disse, 70 a 80% das pessoas que estão aqui são mestres de e-commerce. E eu sei por experiência, porque alguns de vocês mandam mensagem, às vezes a pedir ajuda em e-commerce. Eu não sou nenhum guru de e-commerce, sou nenhum expert nessa área propriamente, portanto eu não vos vou estar a dar dicas sobre uma cena que não é a minha área principal de trabalho, obviamente. Mas felizmente tenho alguns amigos em Portugal que fazem vida de e-commerce e nós temos aqui pessoas que estão a fazer números que eu nunca vi na minha vida ninguém a fazer. E esta pessoa que nós vamos entrevistar agora foi uma das pessoas que ficou mais minha amiga neste evento. E na verdade até vamos levá-lo para Portugal, já vamos falar com ele um bocado. Eu vou legendar aqui isto porque ele é americano, ele vive em Miami. E vou-lhe perguntar se ele tem alguma dica para os rapazes que estão a começar no e-commerce, que eu sei que muitos de vocês estão a começar e mandam mensagens. E não vamos alongar mais, vamos só fazer isto. Okay, so Elon is my friend from Miami. We actually turned out to... I'm always with you here. Like, we actually... This was like, how do you even call it? Such a random friendship that we made here.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad for the knowledge that you gave me on this trip. I'm really glad.
Bro.
And we exchanged really important information. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be a friend for the next years
Absolutely.
to come. And
Absolutely.
I just wanted to say this before we even start because it was really important to me. So thank you so much, bro. Really?
Bro, for real, we formed a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Very unexpected
From
the first time I met you when we were at dinner. We just sat down and we just hit it off. It was all
and
from...
it was completely random.
You know what I'm talking about? That spark when we set that thing?
Yeah.
But no, ever since that moment, bro, we've been together the whole time. It's been a brotherhood in the making.
And we met so many people here that
Absolutely.
like enlightened us, you know.
Yeah.
It was such a nice experience. But Elon, as I told you before, I have a lot of guys follow me. They're Portuguese. I hope they understand English, but I'll still subtitle it. There's a lot of guys who come to me asking for advice on e-commerce, like how can they start their brand. Most of them just do drop shipping. I literally receive the same message over and over again, which is like, oh, I have this drop shipping product. I've tried so many products, none of them work. Like, how do you find products? How do you scale a business? How do you scale your product? I have no idea how to do this. It's not my area of business, as you know, so I can't really drop like gems to these guys. But if you just have any word of advice to give to one of these kids,
Absolutely.
it would be amazing.
Absolutely.
Sorry, just to finish, because from what I've seen here, like 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-old kids doing that much money, it blew my mind, you know.
100%.
And most of that is a big part of my audience who actually wants to start their own business, which is really hard in Portugal, as I told you. It is really hard in Portugal to start such a business with that low amount of money. So with that being said, if you can share
100%.
some of your knowledge with these guys.
Yeah, 100%. So I think the very first thing you have to do is you have to change your frame of belief. So you have to believe that it's possible. So I remember when I was first starting and I would see the YouTube videos and I would see people posting numbers of $100,000 a month or like $1 million a month. Like those things just seemed unbelievable to me. I didn't personally believe it. So
I've been there.
Yeah. You don't. So that's the first thing is like, I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video probably see the same thing. You see people posting stuff, you see gurus, whatever it might be. But the thing you have to change your mindset is that is 100% possible. And I think this weekend or this week has been a very good example of that with all the people here. Like you mentioned, there's 18-year-olds or 17-year-olds that are making millions of dollars every single month. So it's not like one person, it's a lot of people. You just aren't around them. So I think the first thing is you have to put yourself in an environment where you can see this and believe it. So the thing is, a lot of you guys in Portugal might not have access to these people, but there's a lot of communities. There's free Facebook groups. There's free communities all over in Discord. You can find it on Twitter, you can find it on Facebook. But I think the first thing you have to do is really connect with people in the space that you want to be in. So if it's e-commerce specifically, that's the first thing because you have to shift the mindset and know that it's possible. Because if you don't believe it's possible, you're not going to be able to make it. So that's number one. Number two is I think a lot of people come into it and they have the wrong expectations. They want to make money in 30 days. They want to make money as quick as possible. But any business, not just e-commerce, is never make money fast. You have to be willing to commit the time that it takes to get to the destination you want to be at. And I think that leads to the point of setting goals. So you're not going to be able to get to where you want to be unless you know exactly what that is. And if you're just getting started, it might be as simple goal as just making your first sale online. That might be your ultimate goal. So if that's your goal, you got to work backwards, right? So what does it take to actually make your first sale online? Well, you have to learn the basic skills of how to make a website, how to do some content, how to run some ads, right? And all this information is completely free on the internet. You just have to look in the right places and try to find it.
True.
So I think that's really the first thing, is setting goals. And the thing is, belief comes by being a person that achieves what you set. So if it's a simple goal, like in the first week, just getting to the computer, it could be before even making your first sale. It might just be sitting down for a week and spending 8 hours a day during that week just learning. That might be the
Only
first
learning,
goal.
yeah.
Only learning. And if you do that for a full week, that you achieve the first goal. You're proving to yourself that you are someone that is actually getting into the business and committing to it. So
that's one thing actually, because a lot of the people here who gave speeches, like 2 of them at least, they gave examples of people who are like, oh, I've been doing this dropshipping thing for like 2 or 3 years, but I didn't really accomplish anything. So what were you doing during these 2 or 3 years? Oh, have you tested like any single product? Have you invested anything on that product? Not really, like kind of afraid.
Yeah.
Like, right? Something
100%,
like this. Like,
100%. I think so this is a big English word, but it's analysis paralysis. So what that means is pretty much people are always in the planning stage. They're thinking about what they're going to do, how they're going to do it. They're learning, they're spending all this time learning, but they're not actually taking any action. So while learning is very important, action is ultimately what's going to get you closer to those goals that you set. And as they get bigger and bigger, you got to take more and more action. So framework that I like to use for anyone, and this applies really for anything in life that you want to get better at, but it's the learn, study, practice, repeat. So what I mean by learn is, first off, you have to understand the general framework. So there's tons of knowledge. There's people like me that's talking about this to you right now. Plenty of other gurus on YouTube that will tell you all of the strategies, whether it's running Facebook ads, whether it's making funnels, whether it's making a website. All the strategies are out there for your taking. So you have to learn what the landscape looks like. The next thing is you have to study. So what do I mean by study? It means you have to now analyze how is this actually being used in real life. So try to find websites. So let's say you want to make a t-shirt brand, right? So the first thing you would want to do is first study the strategies that would apply to actually launching a t-shirt brand. Then you'd want to study big brands that are already selling t-shirts, and what do their websites look like? What do their videos look like? And start continuously studying it so you understand how what you're learning actually applies in the real field right now that's working today. The next thing is actually practicing, because it doesn't matter if you learn it and you study it, but if you're not putting it to use, you're not going to get anywhere. So the next thing is you have to, every single day, take what you've learned from how to make a website, for example, take what you've seen from other websites that are running it successfully, and now actually build that through what you've learned and actually put it to practice. And then you have to actually practice in the market. So you have to either run it with ads, run it with influencers, but you have to get traffic to the page so that you can actually see, is it working or is it not working? And based on that, you repeat. So once you do this over and over again, you start going back to learning. Okay, so you see that maybe it didn't get any sales on the landing page. So if it didn't get any sales on the landing page, you learn, okay, maybe the website's not good enough. What can I do to fix it? You do more research. You learn about website optimization, conversion rate optimization. Once you start learning that, you start seeing how that's applied again. Then you go back, you practice, put it out to the market, get some data back, and repeat.
Bro. You just dropped some intense knowledge. Thank you for that, man. Really. Thank you for that. For real. I'm so sure that's gonna, if that shit does not motivate you to start working on your own business, on your own brand, because I know a lot of you guys have that dream. I don't know what will, to be honest. Like, how old are you, bro? Tell these guys.
24 years old.
24 years old.
I'm an old man out here, guys. I'm kidding.
24 years old. Crazy knowledge, bro. Thank you so much.
For sure, man.
And Elon's coming with us to Portugal.
Super excited.
Big news. Thanks, bro. Man, that was fucking valuable, man. Thank you so much. You're gonna inspire these fucking kids,
I hope
man.
so, bro.
Like,
I hope so.
I'm sure of it.
I mean, I tried to keep it very, very simple.
It was simple, but the thing here, I don't want you to get like too technical on it.
Yeah.
I want you just to let them know
Practical
that
advice.
it's possible. Because if they don't do the work, no one's gonna do it for them.
100%.
You know? And
what
they need to know that.
Yeah, and what I want to tie into it also at the end is like the goal setting part that I started with, right? Because as you start going through this process, right, you're gonna make bits and bits of progress, right? So every time you go through that process of learn, studying, practicing, and then repeating that whole cycle and just doing it over and over again, you can start setting bigger and bigger goals the more that you start to compound with that. So the more that you start to achieve, you get to that first sale, then you set the goal of maybe you want to make your first $100 online, then maybe it's $1,000 online, then it's 10,000, but you keep on going through this process, and this is kind of the walk you take while you set that goal, right? So you have the destination in mind. Think of it like Google Maps, right? You're gonna go across America, or anywhere, sorry, Portugal, we'll use Portugal over here. If you're gonna go across Portugal and had no idea where to go, but you want to go across the country from Lisbon to Lagos, let's just say, you wouldn't just go with no directions, right? You'd put it on Google Maps.
You'd plan it really well, of course.
This is the Google Maps, right? It's, you have this destination, you have all the knowledge there that you can take and walk that road to get to that destination, which is your goal. So hopefully that analogy can frame it a little bit.
Perfect analogy. How long have you been doing this shit, bro? 6 years?
I've been doing this for around 5 years. Yep.
5 years, bro. 5 anos de experiência, mano. Nada bate essa merda. Nada. Thank you, bro.
I appreciate it.
Again, thank you. And he's fucking tall as well, man. Eu não tenho 1,5 m, este gajo tem 2 metros e tal, ok? Chilling. Yeah, nice, man. Perfect.